Okay, here we are. Jim and I are on the job site. Got all the angles, paint's dry. Got the styrofoam blocks all taped together, clamps. We are ready to go. Mixer is due in about 10 minutes. I hope we can get in here real quick. So I'm doing this now because we're gonna get busy real fast. So I'll just set the camera up, start putting this together, and hopefully it comes together quick, because like I said, we're a little bit pressed for time. Okay, so I lost a little sleep last night, but not too much. So corners look good. We'll put these in as we pour right across. So there's no way to clamp these, so they get stuffed in the concrete. How's that for a miter, huh? So we'll get some good footage of this. So you see, if I didn't weld these rebar on here, these would just curl off the edge in about, well, as soon as somebody stepped on them. So that'll hold them in place. There's my 14 to go across here, make our box. I was going to try and push that another 1/16 of an inch, because Steve was giving me grief yesterday about, well, if it's almost right, it's wrong. I think we can all agree it's good. Okay, mixer is due right now. What a great way to start the day. That's the sound of money right there. Okay, unfortunately, something happened and we did not get the rebar on the truck. So Tommy went down to the local supplier. He'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Get a couple of long runs. I was debating, do we really need them? But I told him a 2x2 grid, so that's what we got to do. So we'll put those in. We'll be pouring shortly. That gives me a chance to finish my coffee. Okay, we did come up short. I have 2 yards coming. Getting our cuts off the corners. We want a center cut to match up with this. Stack there, corner cut. Now we went along and pulled our clamps away. First of all, before I forget, I sent Tommy down to get rebar. So we were pouring, trying to stall. We poured the footing along the box here, just not how I would have preferred to do it. And if you watched our other videos, you know that, they just, without the rebar in place, I really wanted the rebar in there. But got Tom on the road as quick as we could and got it here. So we just have these little pockets Just want to make sure we get those full of concrete. Stuffing a little bit of spoils in there. Floating nice and clean. We want this to be perfect with the floor. From metal to concrete. We want a nice, perfect transition there. Concrete plant is about 20 minutes away, so hopefully he's here, you know, pretty fast. So we'll just go along around the perimeter, cleaning this all up. Might even take a sponge and wipe this off.
Yeah.
You know, now.
I usually have more control. So I'll grab a.
Well, we have some sponges for the tools we'll use and go down it with that. Okay. So key place for it to crack off of that corner. So we just kind of not a 90 because it wants to crack that way. Everything wants to shrink to this middle. So a slight angle, but not too much. I didn't want a little tiny sliver over there. In case you were wondering. All right, grab a sip of coffee. Maybe we can take these clamps off real quick.
Is this a little high or is this?
Go to the top of the foam.
Is this angle?
I see what you mean. I'm a little bit low here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're talking an eighth of an inch. I'm flush here.
I can get a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, do me a favor, my quarter bucket there, grab my nut margins off.
Make sure I'll squirt these off with this extra concrete here. Close that up. You see the bleed water that gets trapped in there? That's why I want to do this right away. Forcing that up out. And then that is it. Okay, let's get this one off. We could probably get them all off. Okay. What do you think, Matt?
To the track? To the post?
Or we could hit, you know, over there. We should probably put one center in the door. Put one in there. All right. Just a couple things real quick. Putting our last cuts in off of that corner to match this, and then center. We were messing with the door. We brought the door down. Make sure we're nice and straight across there so that door pulls down and seals. I can't show you. We had to hook up their air line for the shop. They're working over here, so they needed their air hooked up. I can show you that later if I remember. That's what the angle iron looks like. Sort of all cleaned up. They can always touch that up with another coat of yellow paint. And one more pass on this and we're all done. Drop the plastic. This jumped 20 degrees in here in 5 minutes, so it's really warming up nice. You're gonna see a pile of sweatshirts right here in a couple of minutes. We'll get some of this debris out of here, and we we might start pulling some forms today. We'll see. Okay, all the forms came off pretty nice. We're just going along. I was worried this lip, sometimes that oozes through between the upper board and lower board, but it really wasn't bad. I wanted to make sure these were nice and straight, and they are looking good, looking good. Like here, how this cream built up. We want to just take a sponge and clean this off. This is all in the pit, you'll never see it. Oh, there's our conduit for the hydraulic air electric to the pedestal. Right in, that came out real nice and clean. I put a bead of caulking around that. Good. Okay, now I'll get these blocks out. So I got a handsaw. I'm going to do a cut right down the middle. And they're 1-inch foam, so I'll get a lot of flex once I rip the tape. I think they'll come right out.
They're not with leave it alive. Gotta get that.
So the lift has arms that go in here for whatever reason, I'm not sure. That's how we did our pockets. Okay, just a quick recap and a close. There's our center cut, our corner cuts, and our pockets. 28 days they're bringing the machine in to set in here. I'll see if I can't get them to send me a picture of it. That'd be neat to attach to the video. We're running about 2 weeks behind on our videos, 2 to 3 weeks, so that could work out. Steve's just finishing up right across here. Still really soft yet, but he's just getting it closed up. There's not a whole lot of concrete there. I got a new camera. I was trying to figure out how to zoom in and out. I didn't accomplish that. I'll work on that. Okay, there it is. All done. I just finished troweling it. I can't get the door closed. They're running an air line to that truck since we had to disconnect their air compressor. But you can see that's pretty even. That door's going to settle down real nice on there. Let me just close this out. There it is, all done. All right, I'll get in and talk to the guys real quick. Now tonight, set that down. Just touching that hose right about there. Tonight's gonna be in the neighborhood of 30 degrees, 29 degrees. A little bit of concrete out here. Now, there's heat going on in the building, so that'll radiate out a little bit, but will it come out, a foot? Why risk it? So I just left some plastic and some lumber here. We'll push that up tight to the door. Not right now, it'll mark the concrete. Probably about 5 o'clock. It is 1:30 now. So by 5, that should be good and hard. I'll talk to them. Maybe they can do it, and I won't have to come back. So as always, thanks for tuning in to Concrete with Osses. This is a fun, challenging project. Getting those angles in position. I'm really relieved that it seemed to work out really good. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's helpful on one of your projects. See you soon.